Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Counter hit throw there. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Drive reversal doesn't change anything. Starts with a jump in. The super armor does its job. Player 2 is using their drive liberally. Big counter. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Throws the fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. I can't keep track of these. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pitch. Goes for the super arm. Off for Buster Wolf! Is this a game changer? Connects with medium kick. They were expecting that drive impact. Gotta be careful not to whip springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Fires a power wave! Charges forward. Their will to win is really being tested here. One chance here may end this match. A super arm hits them with the Buster Wolf for some stylish damage. And oh, just what they were after. That's gonna shake out. It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Stops the attack cold with a perfect parry. How will they follow up? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Stops the attack by using a drive parry. Projectile to try and change the situation. Impact's a no-go. Player 2 is going to have a burnout triggered. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. A quick breather. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Scrapping it out up close. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off. All in with a rush. Excellent block. Player 1 has the deck stacked against them. Can they sweep on for the critical arm? Goes for the Shikoku Satsu. Wait, which Akuma's win? Is this what he meant by die 1,000 deaths? Player 2 can't use any drive boost. The jumping is rejected.
Rashid.
Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Checks with a medium kick. They block the overhead, and they can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. All right. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Projectile to try and change the situation. In a dire situation. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Both fighters want to hit them with a stop and pop. Fires off a whirlwind. That combo did decent damage. Jumps. Big throws. Lays down a whirlwind. A quick breather. Still slugging it out at this range. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Manages to block the jump-in attack. A parry? Bear brushes that off and keeps going. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Checks him with the projectile. Grabs him. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Trips him up. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. The super armor does its job. All right, what's coming up next? Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Lays down a whirlwind, charges forward. Player one did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Medium kick. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Fires off a whirlwind. Checks with a medium kick. Barely blocked, throws him. Both fighters tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Quick medium poke. A real test of nerve. Links it. There's a drive impact. Time to go for pro. Oh, here we go. Godlike parry. Oh, in with a rush. Closes it out. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Throws out a projectile. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player two has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player one has them legit shook in the corner. Very solid corner switch. Takes a trip. Can't tech the throw? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? They can't squander this punish counter chance. Who will cap in there? Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. No cookout complete without Imperium's end. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Going in, player two is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Breaks the block with a throw. Lays down a whirlwind. Knockdown and player low heavy. Barely blocks the burnout triggered. Player one has an empty drive, all in with a rush. Carries them all the way to man. Not a fireball at that range. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. I don't trust that all. Fires off a whirlwind. Both fighters are red. Links it. Player two with the rhythm, owning that space. Ooh, what a smart blow. What's next? This can lead to some big damage. Getting up close and personal. Player two crowns him from above. Super art to show up what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super. Player two gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Uses the target combo as a filler. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Goes for the throw. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Stops the attack by using the drive parry. Throws them. What's next? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Life lead opens up. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Strings it all together. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. This is a trip in there. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Bare knuckle! This maybe hits them with a stopping block. Good, uses the gauge for a super art. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Big super activation star to get some help on the field. Player 1 is dominating this map. Digs in deep to get that drive in. A quick brief KO! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Oh, whiffs the drive impact. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. What's the play here? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Goes for the super art, adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Gets some. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. That drive impact is blocked. Blocks the low heavy. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Takes a they were right to be on guard there. Big burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. A super art? Uppercut the wolf! Is this a game changer? Medium kick hits. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Throws him. What'll happen here? Fires off a whoop, crowns him from above. Catches out the cage right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. No way. That win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Drops them. The dome. Barely blocks the jump, brushes that off and keeps going. Punish counter on reaction. Carried to the corner. This may be bad news. Overhead attack. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. What were they thinking? More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Hit them down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters.
Challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. Gets a good read on their opponent. Player 2 has the life lead. Opts for the throw. Trips him up. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The corner makes it hard. Saw them sweating against the wall and gets in the throw. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Hits them with a stopping bomb. Gets the combo. Showing some real tenacity. Just goes for it at this range. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Took him to the corner, scores a counter hit with the OD mixer. Player hits him with the Busta Wolf for some stylish damage. Oh, the tank stop cross up attack. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Back at the start. They're not taking it. Oh, now that is a punish. And whips. They're wide open. Player 1 with a slight lead rushes in. Starts with whirlwind. Checking with the fireball. How will they react? Scuff him. Hits up the counter. Shrugs that off. There's a drive impact. Only 50% life left. Player 1 can't use drive anymore. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Any throw will win at that range. Player 2, the buffet is open. Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Got him, no hesitation or regret. Hits him with the NSF combo. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. They are done. Player 2. Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round 1.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? A battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. What are they thinking here? Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Starts with a jump in. Decent return on that combo. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. So there's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. From up above. Oh wow, look at the damage that did. Fantastic work with that combo. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Gets the jump in. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Fires off a whirlwind. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Lays down a whirlwind. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. Full SA meters on deck for both. There's the wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. KO! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. They are letting it fly from the get-go. From low heavy to Lynxing. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Rashid hits without the ear. We're about to experience some gale force damage. Player 2 still has a chance, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Over in a flash. Player 1 wasn't out of the way unscathed. What a win! The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Pressuring the situation with the charges. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Down to the wire. Drive gauge is at the limit for both fighters. What are they thinking here? Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. Gets the jump in. Gets the counter hit throw. Player 1, drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 has Rashid making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mixer. Player 2, a super art. The super doesn't get the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing.
Round 2.
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Lays down a whirlwind. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Fires off a whirlwind. Player 2 chases them down. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Let the round wave rip. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. It's a good spot to use the super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Knockdown and forward run. KO. Player 2 brings it themselves a streak. Oh, we're not done yet. Looks like they're both warmed up. The first round begins. No time to save that. Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? Denies the attack and backs them into the point. Still slugging it out here. Big counter. Sticks the combo. Big low reaching heavy. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Lays down a whirlwind. Okay, they trade hits. Fires off a whoop drive rush to keep it going. Player blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Throws them forward and maintains the corner game. This may be it. Springs forward with the drive rush. Gets them with the anti-air. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Lays down a whirlwind. Both fighters planning something? Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Turns out, player wraps it up with a throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Backdash to start. They're not taking any chances. By going on the offensive? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Both fighters, perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. Ooh, you never know what can happen. All in with a rush. Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that space. Uh-oh, this could really tip the scale. Player 1 may be able to pull a fast one. Drive rush. The stun. Is it gonna be over? What a finish. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. First with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Absorbs the lands a punish counter for the first hit. Very slick with the combo. Drive rush to keep it going. Big throws. A quick breather. There's the wall splat. They can't do anything now. Counting on the super to do the job. Going in, player 1 will look to apply pressure. Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. Fighter has it in them to grind out the win. The last round, it's now or never. Gotta do better than that. Medium kick, with overhead attack. Slashes him with a jackknife. Oh, here we go. Forward rush. Looking for a hold. Medium post. Start. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Wall splat into the guard break. All the throw connects. Both sides getting ready. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. What are they gonna do? Nothing stops this train. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Reversal. Player 1 is in a very good spot. Rushes in. Crowns him from above. The next touch, willing to risk it for the overdrive. They are not getting close to each other. Whirlwind shot. What a closes in. Wall flat into the guard break. Ugh, take a seat. In. Player one clinches the win. But that could... Oh, we're not done yet. Looks like they're both warmed up. Fires off a whirlwind. Decides to go in with the target combo. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Checks with a projectile. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Player one is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Taking stock. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Does a good job of pushing back. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. This is a huge chance to make a few. Player two is maintaining the corner, but brings out the soup. They saw a path and they took it. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Goes for the rush. Fires off a whirlwind. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things without going on the offensive. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. Scrapping it out up close. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Knockdown and forward throw. Laying the pressure on Thick. Lays down a whirlwind. Reversal. Goes for the fireball, which is Kisara's action. Here comes the rude sandstorm. Player one is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. That's a big gap. Who's going? Charges forward. Player two experiencing burnout. Scores a counter hit with the OD mixer. Doesn't set the throw. Player two brings it home.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Goes for the low kick. Player two will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Okay, they trade hits. That drive impact is blocked. Projectile to try and change the situation. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. Heading into the end game now, it gets them. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Oh, feints? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up and digs in deep to get that drive in? Player two has a slight life. The quarter makes it hard, hits them with a stop and pop. They're laying into each other. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. breaks the block with a throw. They were right to be on guard there. Both fighters have a full super. It's a good spot to use the super. Oh, is this it? Or are they still in this? Still in it with the sliver! Player 1 is in a very good spot. Huge chance after that wall splash. He catches out the cage right there. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Flatline zone. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Fake out. Still slugging it out here. What did they think? Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if they're drive. Big trouble here. The stun is going to leave them defenseless. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The cross-up connects. Well-timed corner switch. Takes a trip. Misses the drive impact. Combo with the target combo. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. The jump in is denied. Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Anything could happen here. One chance here may end this match. Shows a medium kick. Fires off a whirlwind. Time's the only thing moving here. OD whirlwind to up the ante. Throws out a projectile. Barely blocks the jump in. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive move. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Max SA gauges. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Backs them into, springs forward with the drive rush. Pokes with a medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Knockout and player 1 has the deck stacked against them. Can they squeeze out a win here? Oh, snipe! Are we gonna see a comeback here? Reversal! Lays down a whirlwind. Crowns him KO! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes for the rush down to start. They're on a mission. Player 2 chases them down. Shoots off a fireball up close. Shows the overhead. Throws him down. Taking stock. They were ready for the air attack. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning string. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Closes out the round with a fireball. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. From up above, the next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. That combo did decent damage. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Jumps, breaks the block with a throw. Springs forward with a drive rush. Knockout and still slugging it out at this range. Rashid's making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mixer. Both live Sunrise Festival. They've got to nail the engines to keep this up. Doesn't miss a beat. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Fires off a whirlwind. This can lead to some big damage. Looking for a hook tries to act quickly, but with the attack. All in with a rush. Player 2 can't use Rashid looking for something with Isara. They back down to regroup. This may be the final push. That amazing, never say die attitude got them the win. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Player one won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. What a reaction to go air to air. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Drive gauge management here is going. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Knockdown and player two tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Puts both teeth into that super Rashid kick. Raw super hard incoming. Both fighters all in with a rush. Oh, here we go. Ground impact misses. Player two is in a very good wall splash into the guard break. A real test of nerves here. Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? Whirlwind shot. Changes the pace with the fireball. Takes it. Crowns him from above. Rushes in. Ooh, crushes the shins. This is it. Starts with whirlwind. They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Hits the drive. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Player one, it is over. Player two has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Burnout is triggered. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. That's one huge life lead. Is this going where we think it is? Life lead opens up. Gets some. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Oh! Hits him with a stopping bomb. Uses the target combo with a filler. What'll happen here? Player one will look. This is gonna be bad news. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? They're experiencing burnout. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Uses the gauge for a super arm. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. A quick breather. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Burnout activates. Oh, the throw connects. Oh, here we go. Player one can't use any. Yo, critical art now gets them with a quick low kick. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Nothing stops this train. Looking for a hole. This can lead to some big damage. Player one is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Starts with whirlwind. Whirlwind sets up with the jump in. Player one with the Rick Lynch. Noticeable life. Oh, it's enough. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Oh, says no to the it. Rashid's making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mixer. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fire. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Trips him up. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. Still slugging it out here. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Gets the jump in. Throws them to negate the block. Projectile to try and change the situation. Taking stock. Heading into the endgame KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Akuma's going in. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? That drive impact is blocked. Player 2 creates a good corner drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 will hit them with a stop and pop. Super clutch corner switch. Smart play with the throw. Looking for a chance. Jumps up. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Player 1 will look forward throw. Laying the pressure on Thick. The exchange flow. KO. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the gate. Burns the drive gauge. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 1 with the life lead. Surprises them with a drive rush. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Feeling out the spacing. Taking stock. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Knockdown. Player 2 chases them. This is a huge chance to make a steal. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Knockdown and comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of final round. The real fight starts now. Jumps. Thinking cap overdrive Shoryuken. Still slugging it out at this range. Both fighters are working with a low SA gauge. Oh, the throw connects. Oh, hip drive rush. Gets him with a Euro step. Close range projectile. Player 2 with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? All in with a rush. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. A real test of gut punch shreds them. Oh my God, this fighter's got the perfect read. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Oh my God, they are done! Player 2 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have. Best believe it's time for that good match. Surprise him open with a Shoryuken. Rips the slap drive rush to keep it going. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? There's a corner switch. Player 1 chases them down. Knockdown. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Saw them sweating against the wall and gets in the throw. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. A quick brick drive rush to keep it going. This is going to be bad news. Up into the air off of just cool. Player picks a good spot to use the super. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. Taking no prisoners. That's what happens when you capitalize more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Jump in finds the mark. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Trips him up. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Did well to get the buff in there. Grabs him. All right, what's coming up next? Jump! In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Gets a risky puck, gets out of that jam with a perfect parry. This mate springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Scrapping it out up close. Breaks the block with a throw. Hits them with a stop and pop. Were they baiting them into that? That combo finishes it! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Immediate jumping. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Genius read with that throw escape. Oh man, this is a scary range. Okay, here we go. Plenty of help. Hits that with confidence. Rashid turning it right up with a super. Weekend pressure. We're in for a good time. Player 2 is mounting a comeback. What else is up their sleeve? Parry. Counter hit lands. Pokes with a kick. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. They are done. Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. Checks with a medium. The drive impact doesn't work. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Sticks the combo. Player 1 has the life advantage. Whoa, hold on. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. The Wuhan stalk to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Knockdown. Player takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Life lead opens up. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Gets carried to the corner. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 2 is maintained. Hits him with a stop and block. Gets a risky puck in. What'll happen here? Smart play with the throw. Connects with medium kick. Still slugging it out at this range. Digs in deep to get that drive in. That combo did decent damage. The throw missed. Checks with a medium kick. Amazing! Plays out a burnout, but they may have a plan here. Player passes out the cage right there. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Flatline zone. Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Takes the chance to hurt him. Opts for the throw. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Goes for the fireball. Drive rush. Gets in their face. Player 1 is in a tight spot right now. Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Get away with. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 1 was completely shut out in that last round. They really need to think about whether to press on with their current game plan or change up their playstyle a bit. What's the next move? Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Burnout activates. A quick breather. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very hits him with a stop and pop. Still slugging it out at this range. Checks with a medium kick. Fires off a whirlwind. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Were they baiting them into that? What a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Throws out a projectile. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. All right, what's coming up next? Lays down a whirlwind. Fires off a whirlwind. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Knockdown. Drive rush to keep it going. Super clutch corner switch. He starts active. Here comes the rude sandstone. Player bends a little game with a Misatsu Kohado. Player charges forward. Lays down a whirlwind. Medium kick hits. Fires off a whirlwind. Experiencing burnout. Going in. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Knocks them out of the air. Betting it all on the drive rush. Player 1 can't use any drive move. The drive impact doesn't work. Who's gonna take it? What are they gonna do? They both decide to ease the tension and back off. Hit them with a quick low kick. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. He has a bit of OD spiteful. Akuma going in. Drive rush to keep it going. Sid Paris looking to slice off the limb with a demon kick. Breaks it. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Both fighters' drive gauges might be burned out, but the fire's still blazing. They are Raw super hit. Looking for a hold. Can they make the most of Raw super hard incoming? This might be a pivotal stop hard. Connects with the throw. Starts with whirlwind. Close with Misatsu Kohado. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Player 2 crowns him from above. Gets him with a Euro step. Shows off a pair, closes in. This is a complete shutdown. Oh, giving him food for thought. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. Up in this fight.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Taking stock. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Still very early in the round. Gets the jump in. What'll happen here? Throwing some shade. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Torbalango. Blocks the impact. Drive rush to keep it going. So, what's next? Burnout triggered. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Connects with medium kick. Disarms active. Here comes the rude sandstone. Can they claw their way back and give themselves a chance to win? Going in? Time to reassess it. In there! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Immediate jump in. Checks with a medium kick. Ooh, does him dirty. All in with a rush. Player one with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Rushes in. Shows off a parry. Here comes the point. Reads the jump in perfectly. Sets up with the jump in. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on Thick. Player two needs to use their drive moves to have any chance. Pushes the envelope with the OD spinning mixer. There's the burnout. What'll be the plan here? What now? The Kriegloff skewing a few stars out. Rashid's gonna start stealing. Breaker sees the overhead coming. They are not getting close to each other. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Gotta do better than that. Keeps them out. Are you kidding me? Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Sets up with the jump in. Flushes that off and keeps going. Departure set. Big counter. Sticks the combo. Sticks the jump in. Knockdown. Turns the drive gauge. Turns it forward to pressure the opponent. Player one chases them down. Throws them. What's next? Alright, what's coming up next? This is a huge chance to make a kill. Even with both fighters in burnout, this may be the time to strike. Heats it up with a combo into super. Player one counters with the knee jab. Nice lead. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. In there! Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like their wick charges forward. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Three ball? Player one did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Amnesia! Player two is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Hits them with a stop and pop. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Three ball ices them. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Orbalan! A quick breather. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Drops them hard. Sets up with the jump in. Player one chisels them down. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Decides not to rush in without a plan. The last round. This is gonna hurt.